Today we're getting our doors ready so we can put the power windows in. Hi everybody, and welcome to the channel about kit cars and other car topics. If you've been watching the series, definitely hit the subscribe, hit the like buttons. I'm actually trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of December. So any help that you guys could give me to do that, I'd really appreciate it. I've had such great comments and feedback from people, and I try to respond to a lot of the comments that people leave. And I just like having that interaction with people. So I really appreciate you hitting the subscribe. That'd be awesome. So in any case, what we need to do is we need to get these doors set up so I could actually start cutting the holes to put power windows in them. And to do that, we have to actually take the doors off, do a little bit more grinding. I have to actually sand the hinges because I accidentally painted the hinges all the way with 2K clear coat and all that stuff. And that's made aligning the doors kind of a nightmare because when I crank down the bolts, they slip because that clear coat is so slick. And so I'm going to sand that down to give me a fighting chance so when I lock a bolt in, it's locked. And then after all that, I'm going to have my friend Ruben come over to help me with the alignment of doors. And he's never actually worked on the car before, so it's kind of a new experience for him. But it's definitely a two-person job to kind of get those doors aligned. And because of how much of a pain in the ass it is to align these doors, because there's like 14 different bolt adjustments, there's going to be a lot of dialogue in this video because I want people to really get a sense of what it really takes to put these doors on. It's not that simple, and that's kind of the point of the whole channel, is not to just, again, spend 50 hours off camera and go, look, I did this in an hour, look how great I am. It's not about that. It's about, we're in the trenches and this is what's going on. And it's my first time doing a car. And so there's been a lot of trials and tribulations. And every once in a while I get a comment from someone like, what were you thinking, kind of thing. But for the most part, not really. It's been pretty solid and a lot of helpful comments. And so I appreciate that. So let's hop to it, and hope you enjoy the video. And the door doesn't open much. Just so you know. Okay, you got it?
Yep.
Do I need to drop the bottom? There you
You sure that's how it goes? I'm done.
go. Otherwise you can get you.
Alright.
Pull towards you. Like my arm just doesn't go that way.
I can hold the bottom of it.
Can you?
Get your hands out.
You got it?
Yep.
Awesome. That's the other problem is I got some pretty big hands, so a lot of stuff is really difficult to get to.
Oh, 4 volts. Of course.
Alright, so. Yeah, down the rope number. Alright, so let's bring it in. Try to set it in the ledge. Try to get these to line up. And always remember, it's always going to sag this way. It's always going to sag down that way. So this needs to be that good 3/16, quarter of an inch. This needs to be out, things like that.
I mean, right now the way that looks right there, the top and the bottom is pretty smooth. I don't know how the line is,
Alright.
but that looks pretty effing good right there.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock one side of this. Tie it.
I mean, the gap looks good. I think it looks good. It could go in a little bit, but I think it looks enough for it to open all the way. It needs to be out like the it
Okay.
needs to come out this way towards me because it's sunk into.
How's the bottom?
Bottoms. The line looks straight. It looks like it's a little tight to open. That's all. I'm just saying it's too close.
So it's too close.
I think so.
Can you pull it out? The bottom? No?
We definitely have room to go this way, boss. We can definitely go the whole way. The whole way. It needs to go to my right, your left.
Oh, big
Whole
time.
thing.
Yeah, big time. Gotta get this out. And and how's the gap? The gaps are gonna look somewhat big, but
They look good. It looks really good right there.
okay.
I
So
like it right there.
try to. Is this a line? I think this needs.
It is now.
No, but I mean horizontally.
Yeah. It could go down a touch. It can go down.
The door.
Yep.
Okay. If it's going down, that means that this has to raise up. Did that fix that?
No. It's a little too high. Don't you think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay. Actually, that looks pretty damn good. You're
try
right.
to hold it. Try to hold it in its official position here.
Okay, hold on. That's looking pretty good. How's that? Is that enough gap to open the door? I think so. Is it? Or do we need to come up? Wait a little bit more.
Okay,
bend my way a little more. My right.
No. Lock this.
Is there enough gap there? No. Needs to be open a little more, doesn't it?
It's hard to tell from in here, but
I'd say just a
we're
touch.
really close.
You have the extra room over here. Give me a little bit more on my right side.
This is big compared to
Yep.
this?
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a little bit more. We're almost there.
Okay. The bottom's loose. Bottom and top is loose. Should be able to pull over. How's that?
I think that is. I think that's good. I think it's real good right there.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. You tighten in the top first?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
How's that?
Pretty damn good.
Pretty damn.
It's like 80% there, man. Pushing 90 now. Hey.
Well, let's start there.
What about the bottom? Tighten the bottom.
We need to get the bottom. Where does it need to go?
I think we're right there. We're good.
It's not pushed in or anything?
No, not yet.
It's not too far out?
No, feels good.
Okay.
Feels pretty good. Come on up.
Whew. Yeah, let's get hair down. Okay, we're gonna go a different route.
Why?
Because that's still not good enough. The bottom's good. So I got a whole other set of adjustments.
What?
Okay. Go ahead and
Dude, I tell you, man, but okay, I just want to say this. For everything that we've done,
sure, but it's not there.
it's not there yet, though.
We're
It's
gonna do one
almost
thing.
there.
What I want you to do is come over here.
The reason is because of this right here. That's my reason. If you give me more room to play with, I'd have it perfect.
That shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Okay.
Belt line is key.
It is, dude. It is. That's much better. Go ahead and tighten it. Go ahead and tighten it. Okay.
Okay, how are we doing?
Is that it? Can I loosen it?
Yeah, the door's fine.
Why'd you say so? I
Yeah,
think
this is,
that helped a lot.
so this is a little high.
I think that's effing perfect. Gotta come out and look at it.
Okay. Oh, dude, it's brutal. Oh yeah, inside it felt horrible. Maybe a hair in, but not. Oh, that's looking pretty good.
That's looking pretty damn good.
Okay.
That's looking pretty. And how's the gap here? Better.
That's a lot better.
A lot better. And look at the opening. I don't know what it's supposed to look like finished, but I can't imagine it can be. Well, look, Jim, it's a good thing. Look how tight it is. A good thing you ground that out because you chiseled that
Yeah,
out.
I just chiseled.
it.
I just chiseled the bottom of that. Just
And it's a good thing you wouldn't be able to open it if it hadn't.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna finish that? Because it looks rough and unfinished right now. I
Well,
mean, I know this.
no, I haven't. I haven't put a 1/8 inch round on the whole thing.
Oh, that's what you do. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got to remember the paint's gonna fill up a freaking like that much on each side
Wow.
and close that gap.
Oh man.
So I'll be honest. These gaps are probably a hair too big compared to like a custom builder type, you know. If you look at my trunk, that's pretty perfect. But these are a little wide. Just a hair wide. But that's
tits right there, dude.
yeah. But you know, everything about this car, the curvature, this is curving, that's like, there's no straight lines on this car, so it's freaking brutal to try to like get stuff to line up. Now, what's crazy, I don't know how we did it, but the door is way less twisted than it was before.
That looks pretty effing good right there, man. I like the seam on the bottom too. The seam on the bottom looks nice and even. I can tell. Maybe it's a touch whiter here than I don't think so, man. I think it looks pretty fucking good. And this look, this feels fabulous too, right here, Jim. Look, that feels awesome.
Yeah.
It might be a little too sunk in right here. Feel that. This feels fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Feel that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let's.
Okay, well, what about that side?
This, well, okay, so what we want to do is.
Now we want to put the latch on.
Yes, but the first thing we want to do, let's try to get this out a little more.
Okay.
I know it's scary, but we got to do it because this is what dictates where the window goes.
But you're gonna do it doing the softer ones, not the big ones, right?
I'm going to do the ones we started with.
The ones we started with.
Yeah.
And
Once
you're
we.
not gonna loosen them all the way, Jim. Try
Yeah,
not
I'm
to.
just
Anyway.
trying not to. Once I do that and we get this perfect, and honestly, I mean, it feels like this would close up a hair, but it's really, yeah, I think we should bring it down a hair. And then once we get that perfect,
More than a hair.
we're gonna
But-
twist this.
It's funny because. Yeah. More than a hair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Back in the box. Get back in the box. I can't. Where's the third bolt? That is the third bolt. Okay. So let's see. And I have no. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if this will. You know, I got no frickin' clicking shit, you know?
What are you pitching?
And I really don't know if I have. The right socket. Let's just see if that does anything. I don't even know if it does.
I think it helps.
Is it on?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What are we doing? Loosening? Did you tighten them all the way?
I don't know. Can you see the rest?
I know. It's a Jim Shield. Okay, get ready to torque.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Think?
Yep.
Do a little more.
That smells probably more. Okay. Alright. Crack a little. Good. Weird. Move this off. So, the only other thing available, Ruben, is I have to find a screw for it. There is a fourth hole,
There is?
yeah, outside
Hey.
here, which I have no idea what it's for.
Does it line up with a hole?
Well, it did at some point. It doesn't seem to right at this moment. But I don't know if that's better or not.
It is not. Maybe you didn't tweak it enough.
I moved it a good inch or so.
If this is what we're supposed to do, Jim, we should tweak it 2 inches. If this is the way you do it, then we need to do it. We've got the tool to do it. We just need to put our back into it. And
I'm worried about cracking
I
this.
hear you, bro. I hear you, brother.
This is a
Go ahead, tweak it. Go ahead and tweak it. I mean, hard. You got a long way to go, bro.
yeah. I say we leave it here for now.
Yeah.
I do some tech support and
Okay.
just
And it's nice that it's already being
a little bit, yeah.
moved and set.
Yeah.
Maybe it will. Is that how fiberglass works? That it'll memory it. It'll kind of like stay that way, or when we loosen it, it'll go back exactly where it was
That's what I
3 days,
think.
4 days ago.
That's what I think.
I think so too. We could.
But I think, I think we're close enough.
Jim, that is the shit that we need to compensate for.
No, I know that, but
I don't think that we could tweak it out that much without making something go wrong or making it look extremely like, what's wrong with that door?
well, it is super shocking that this is actually lined up, actually fitting. We got most of the twist out of the door. It still needs to settle in, and it's a little rough clicking in. It doesn't just click in, super nice like I've seen some other 33s. However, it is working. So, and I got everything carved out here to where, it's looks like I got to do a little bit more since this is further back. So it's a real big balancing act because not only do you have to get the door, we'll say centered in the hole, but you need to make sure that this is not running into here. And so there's clearance issues with the latch. And, you know, you've seen we've had to customize the length of this to be shorter so it doesn't run into the side of here. But then you also have to worry that this is not running into the side of here. So it's not just about getting the door to fit, it's about getting everything to fit. And you start cutting in this door before any of that stuff exists on the door. And so, and you don't know that that's coming down the pike. You just assume that it's built that way and it's ready to fit, but it's not necessarily. So it's kind of an interesting process. And, you know, we spent 3 hours getting these doors aligned. And then when I finally spent another 2 hours getting the twist out of them, we started trying to latch stuff up, and it's like, well, hold on, something's not working, and it used to work. Why is it not working? Well, the door's shifted a little too much forward. Even though it's perfect, it's a little too much forward, and now that doesn't fit. And you can't really bring that back, and you can't really bring the body forward. So that caused another hour of fitment to get the door to fit, and then to get the striker to work. And so it's pretty crazy. Now this door was way worse. And there you go. Look at that. That's just perfect. So now they say that these things settle in. I don't know if I would say that's true or not, because, well, maybe. It's not as twisted as it was. So this is one of those rare videos where it's shot over a long time. Most of my videos I shoot either in one sitting or one weekend at least, over 2 days. But this video has just been crazy because not only did it take 3 hours to originally line the doors, which you saw, there was another 2 hours off camera trying to get the twist out of the doors, which was achieved, so that was amazing. But my work schedule, I had to work 2 weeks straight through the weekends, which means no car time at all. And, you know, the time between doing the first 3 hours, a week goes by. And so basically it's taken me a month to get to this day to finish up this part of the car. And, you know, that really just brings home the idea that if you're not trying to put 10 minutes a day or at least a few hours a week into this car, it's going to get away from you. And it's going to be really easy for this thing to just start collecting dust. And that is proven by so many started or not even started kit cars for sale online, where people just, they bought it and they got overwhelmed and they didn't do anything. And so there's times where I'm like, man, I could just take a break for 2 months and come back to this. And, you know, with the channel, of course I can't. And honestly, I want my garage back. So even though I have other projects I want to do on cars, this is one that, you know, I'm over the hump and I'm close to getting this thing, you know, at least I believe I'm close to getting this thing finished. So not to say bodywork's not going to take a while to do the final sanding and all that, but yeah, it really shows you that it takes a while to do all this stuff. And, you know, the cool thing about the downtime in between is that's when you could deal with tech support or, you know, research things and all that kind of stuff. And the other thing that I found for me is I thought it was going to be great to like not be sitting on my couch at night watching TV and munching on stuff. And I'm going to lose a lot of weight while working on this car. And it's been the opposite. And it's not that I'm eating, it's that I'm just sitting in front of a computer researching, or I'm standing in front of the car in one stationary spot, you know, sanding something. Well, that doesn't burn calories. So that's also been a process for me. And that's, you know, that's my personal journey, but I'm just letting people know that it can happen for you too. So, you know, make sure that you don't really ruin your daily routines to try to get a tackle on this thing. You really, you know, need to do your exercise and walk and do all the other things that you would normally do. and not just let this thing, I'm kind of a workaholic in the sense that I'll let stuff, like I just want to get it done, so I'll just kick ass on it, and other things get pushed out of the way to do it. So don't do that, or you'll gain an extra 20 pounds. So until next time, have a great day.